A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the latest edition of 6 Stories at 6. I'm Rakshita with you. We've got a power-packed lineup of the top stories that we're tracking for you. And we will start today's show with the killer cough syrup case, viewers. The death toll is ticking and the innocent lives, young lives, have been lost in 2 states. At least 12 have been killed. Story number 2 will be how Rahul Gandhi is defaming India, says BJP, as he once again rakes up the democracy rant in Colombia, and much more, viewers. We also get you the latest on the Nirav Modi's extradition. The countdown to that has begun. We'll get you the details of the latest update in that case. Also, violence reported during Durga Puja Visarjan in Odisha's Cuttack. Even cops have been critically injured. We'll also get you the latest from Bareilly, where bulldozer justice is on full display yet again. And finally, we get you the latest on Trump's Gaza peace plan, what the Hamas is saying, what are the conditions that Hamas is applying, and how India has reacted to this plan. Let's start with the big story, viewers. It's a chilling reminder of what really happens when the system fails to protect its most vulnerable. 2 children have been killed in Rajasthan, 9 in Madhya Pradesh. In fact, the death toll is rising. Several of them are still battling for their life, all because of consuming a cough syrup. Now, this has exploded into a nationwide health alarm, viewers, that exposes gap in regulation, oversight, and accountability. From banned syrups to suspended officials and anguished parents demanding justice, this is turning into a full-blown test of India's drug safety system. There are many questions that today we are asking. Here's the report.
The families of 12 children are mourning unbearable losses. They took their children for medical checkups only to be killed by a poisonous cough syrup. 2 children dead in Rajasthan, 10 in Madhya Pradesh, while several others battle for life in critical care.
निश्चित रूप से ये सरकार की लापरवाही है, स्थानीय प्रशासन और स्वास्थ्य विभाग की लापरवाही है। यदि एक बच्चे का देहांत हुआ तो उसी समय संज्ञान लेके पूर्ण रूप से कार्रवाई करते, मर नहीं करी। और मैंने जब पत्र लिखा और पत्र में भी इसके बाद भी लापरवाही बरती गई, कैजुअली लिया गया और लगातार सीक्वेंस से बच्चे मरते रहे। न पोस्टमार्टम कराया गया, न बच्चे जो मरे थे उनका सैंपल लिया गया।
सवाल बना हुआ, पहले बना हुआ है कि 9 बच्चों की मौत हो जाती है, किसी का भी पीएम नहीं किया, पोस्टमार्टम नहीं किया। आखिर क्यों, क्या छुपाना चाह रहे हैं?
यही मेरा विरोध और मेरी लड़ाई इसी बात की है कि आप कैसे उसको पता करोगे, क्यों नहीं इसके सूक्ष्म रूप से जांच की गई। यदि परिवार वालों से बात करते, हम सब मिलकर प्रयास करते, तो निश्चित रूप से एक आध बच्चे का पोस्टमार्टम होता है, जिससे वास्तविकता पता चलती कि किस कारण से ये स्थिति बनी। मगर प्रशासन ने किसी प्रकार का संज्ञान नहीं लिया और लगातार बच्चों की मौत होती रही।
Republic was the first to expose this syndicate of manufacturing and procurement of a poisonous drug.
मुख्यमंत्री निशुल्क दवा योजना के तहत राजस्थान में बांटे जा रहे कफ सिरप ने हड़कंप मचा दिया है। भरतपुर और सिकर में बच्चे की मौत के बाद परिवार ने ये दावा किया कि इस योजना के तहत जो कफ सिरप दी गई उसे पीने के बाद बच्चे को इफेक्ट पड़ा, उसके किडनी में इफेक्ट पड़ा और उसके बाद बच्चे की मौत हो गई। इसे लेकर के स्वास्थ्य विभाग ने बाकायदा पूरी तरह से जांच किया। जांच के बाद अब सरकार का एक बहुत बड़ा एक्शन देखने को मिल रहा है। सरकार ने केसेस फार्मा, जिसकी तरफ से ये दवाई जो कफ सिरप बनाई जा रही थी, साथ ही साथ उनके 19 दवाइयों पर सरकार ने पूरी तरह से प्रतिबंध लगा दिया है। यही नहीं बल्कि ड्रग इंस्पेक्टर को भी सरकार ने सस्पेंड कर दिया है।
At least 3 states now have suspended the license of this killer syrup cauldron, placing a complete halt on its manufacturing. And a report examining the drug granularly has revealed shocking details. A toxicology report from Madhya Pradesh reveals a staggering 48% toxic composition in the cauldron syrup, a number 480 times higher than safety standards. No accountability, no responsibility. A poison has concentrated as this was being sold to the common man for weeks without checks. In Rajasthan now, Jaipur-based Cason's Pharma is facing the heat after a ban on their syrup sales. In Madhya Pradesh's Chhindwara, families are demanding justice.
आपने कब दिखाया था प्रवीण जी को?
17 तारीख को दिखाए थे।
हाँ, घर पे?
हाँ, उनके प्राइवेट क्लिनिक में।
उसमें कौन सी दवा लिखी थी?
कोल्ड ड्रिप करके एक सायरप भी है जो अभी न्यूज में चल रही है।
अच्छा, तो आपको लगता है कि आपके बेटे की मौत उस दवा से हुई?
हाँ बिल्कुल जी।
इसके लिए फिर आप कहाँ, यहाँ से छिंदवाड़ा से फिर क्या नागपुर तक गए थे दिखाने?
यहाँ आराम नहीं लगा तो बच्चे को फिर छिंदवाड़ा में GM श्रीवास्तव सर को दिखाए। वहाँ रात भर एडमिट रखे। उनने सुबह पता चला कि इनकी यूरिन आना बंद हो गई 24 तारीख को, तो उनने नागपुर रेफर कर दिए सीधा।
तो नागपुर में कितने दिन इलाज चला?
24 तारीख से लेके 1 तारीख तक बच्चे का इलाज चला।
जब मौत हुई तो वहाँ के डॉक्टरों ने क्या बताया?
वहाँ के डॉक्टर उन्होंने वेंटिलेटर से सर उसकी दम वहीं टूट गई थी, तो उनने बोले आप ले जा सकते हो।
मौत की वजह क्या बताई थी वहाँ?
किडनी इन्फेक्शन।
And amid these developments, the Union Health Ministry has issued a nationwide advisory warning doctors not to prescribe cough syrups to children under 5. Nationwide inspections have begun across 6 states, led by experts to check drug quality and plug regulatory loopholes. Big pharma firms, suspended officials, grieving parents, and poison served in a bottle. This crisis is now a litmus test for India's drug safety system.
And now it's the story, viewers, that shattered India's banking backbone, the glittering empire built on deceit and diamonds. Nirav Modi, once hailed as India's diamond king, now sits behind the bars in a London prison, awaiting extradition to the very country he defrauded. From luxury boutiques in Hong Kong and Dubai to secret accounts in shell firms that laundered nearly 6,500 crore rupees. His fall from grace is as dramatic as his rise. Years of courtroom battles, rejected bail pleas, and relentless legal pursuit, all leading to this moment. The walls are closing in, and the man who once sparkled on red carpets now faces the harsh glare of justice, viewers. What we are learning is that the next hearing will be on the 23rd of November, and soon Nirav Modi could be extradited.
A $1 billion fraud. It rocked India's banking system. A diamond tycoon turned fugitive. And now his final journey home to face justice. After years of courtroom battles in London, the extradition of fugitive jeweler Nirav Modi, accused in India's largest banking scam, is in its final stages. From the vaults of the Punjab National Bank to the cells of Wandsworth Prison, this is the story of deceit, diamonds, and the downfall of a diamond merchant. It all began with a complaint filed by Punjab National Bank on the 31st of January 2018. The allegation that Nirav Modi and his close associates, in connivance with PNB officials, had fraudulently issued letters of undertaking worth a staggering 6,498 crore rupees. These letters of undertaking, financial guarantees issued without any collateral, were used to raise credit from overseas branches of Indian banks. Funds meant for trade were instead siphoned off and laundered. They were even recirculated through a complex maze of shell firms spanning Hong Kong, Dubai, and beyond. ED's probe revealed a sophisticated network of dummy companies designed to cheat the system. Fake transactions inflated the balance sheets, false turnover masked the rot beneath. And to make the scam look legitimate, the same gold and diamonds were repeatedly dismantled, melted, and circulated, giving tainted money a glittering facade. As investigators closed in, Nirav Modi fled India. But the law followed across borders, through treaties, through time. The Enforcement Directorate filed its first prosecution complaint in May 2018, followed by a supplementary charge sheet in February 2019. The special PMLA court took cognizance and declared Nirav Modi a fugitive economic offender in December 2019. Soon there was an order to confiscate properties worth 692.9 crore rupees. In total, 2,598 crore rupees worth of assets have been attached, 981 crore rupees restored to victim banks. And legal proceedings are underway to recover 130 crore rupees more from the UK. The chase across continents finally led to a dramatic arrest on the 19th of March 2019. Scotland Yard nabbed Nirav Modi in London. Since then, the fugitive diamantaire has been lodged in Wandsworth Prison, one of Britain's toughest jails. Over 4 years, Nirav Modi's legal team filed appeal after appeal, but the UK courts rejected his bail 4 times and dismissed his final extradition appeal in November 2022. The Westminster Magistrates Court had already ordered his extradition to India, and the UK Home Secretary Priti Patel had signed off it in April 2021. Today, all appeals exhausted, the process to bring Nirav Modi back to India is in its final stage. Once back, Nirav Modi will face trial under money laundering and criminal conspiracy charges, cases that have waited 7 long years for justice. The man who once graced the red carpets now stares at the iron bars of Arthur Road Jail. The diamond empire he built on deceit now stands dismantled piece by piece, like the jewels he once traded. A saga of greed, a symbol of betrayal, and a case that changed how India sees financial crime forever.
And now the story from Odisha, viewers. A Durga Puja procession in Cuttack was vitiated by antisocial elements. What started off as a verbal altercation over loudspeakers quickly escalated into stone pelting and vandalism. Even the cops and several others were left injured during the clashes over Visarjan. A day after the violence, what's the situation on ground zero? Take a look.
Stone pelting on the streets. Glass bottles hurled like weapons. Policemen battered and bleeding. Blood spilled across the roads. Vehicles smashed to mangled scrap. These were the chilling scenes from Cuttack late last night. A city gripped by violence, a festival night turned into a battlefield. The Dargah Bazaar police station area was reduced to a war zone. At least 6 people critically injured as they were attacked with stones and bottles. The spark was loud music during a procession. But what followed was a mob frenzy unleashed without mercy. Over 100 puja committee members, enraged by the attack, hit the streets in protest. They demand the arrest of the attackers, punishment for the culprits, and no retreat from festivities. Tempers flared, tensions boiled, and the violence spiraled out of control. Heavily armed police forces have now been deployed across Cuttack. The state has designated 5 immersion sites. Most idols will be immersed today, the rest tomorrow. But behind the rituals lies a tense city on the edge. The order is clear: law and order must be enforced at any cost.
The tensions remain high in Uttar Pradesh's Bareilly a week after violent communal clashes shook the city. The UP government has intensified its crackdown on the rioters, deploying bulldozers to clear the illegal encroachment near the violent hotspot and arresting over 100 people linked to the unrest. Meanwhile, the opposition leaders, Samajwadi Party delegation, faced restrictions leading to an escalated political face-off.
तो इस समय बरेली में अवैध अतिक्रमण पर इस समय प्रशासन का देखिए बुलडोजर इस समय चलता हुआ दिखाई दे रहा है। ये लाइव तस्वीरें हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं। 2 से 3 बुलडोजर देखिए इस समय लगे हुए हैं। जूम करके अगर मैं उधर दिखाऊं तो देखिए आगे भी अवैध अतिक्रमण को यहाँ पर हटाया जा रहा है। दोनों तरफ आरआरएफ की देखिए बटालियन, यही स्थानीय प्रशासन भी मौके पर यहाँ पर मुस्तैद है ताकि कोई भी देखिए यहाँ पर परेशानी यहाँ पर ना आए। लोगों को ये भी बताया जा रहा है, पहले दुकानों को भी देखिए खाली करवाया गया जहाँ पर बुलडोजर इस समय गरजता हुआ दिखाई दे रहा है। लेकिन देखिए बताया ये भी जा रहा है, बड़ी अपडेट ये है इस पूरे मामले में कि ये तमाम वो इलाके हैं जहाँ पर हिंसा भड़की थी। यहाँ पर भी देखिए पत्थरबाजी की गई थी पुलिस कर्मियों पर, और इसके तहत देखिए इन इलाकों को चिन्हित किया जा रहा है कि आखिर यहाँ पर कितनी देखिए भारी तादाद में अतिक्रमण देखिए सड़क के दोनों तरफ किया गया है। देखिए अगर दूर तक नजर अगर जा रही है कैमरे की, जहाँ पर मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूँ बुलडोजर नंबर 1 आगे का जूम करूँ तो देखिए दूसरा बुलडोजर भी किस तरह से एक्शन इस समय लेता हुआ दिखाई दे रहा है। ये आप देखिए इसी तरह से जो है पूरे बरेली भर में देखिए जांच अब की जा रही है कहां कहां पर अवैध अतिक्रमण किया गया है। एक तरफ तौकीर रजा के करीबियों पर एक्शन जो उनकी अवैध प्रॉपर्टियां हैं, लेकिन ये देखिए हालांकि अवैध अतिक्रमण पर ये बुलडोजर है, लेकिन जो लोग इससे देखिए परेशान रहते हैं, लगातार कई बार शिकायतें इसको लेकर यहाँ पर दर्ज कराई गई थी और ये एक्शन इसीलिए काफी महत्वपूर्ण माना जा रहा है।
A week after violent clashes broke out in Uttar Pradesh's Bareilly district, the Yogi government has stepped up action against arrested cleric Maulana Tauqeer Raza and his close associates. Taking a hard stand on illegal encroachments, 3 bulldozers arrived in the main market area, barely meters away from the violent spot.
Meanwhile, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi yet again sparked controversy on foreign soil, this time during his visit to Colombia. Now, speaking at a university, Gandhi accused the Modi government of a wholesale attack on Indian democracy and even drew comparisons with China. Now, his comments triggered sharp reactions from the BJP, with several leaders accusing him of defaming India on foreign soil. Listen in.
Leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi has once again landed in a storm. This time because of his alleged anti-India remarks in Colombia. His latest comments abroad have ignited a political firestorm back home, with the BJP tearing into him, accusing him of maligning India on foreign soil. The Saffron Party launched a full-blown offensive saying Rahul Gandhi's obsession with defaming India has crossed all limits.
जो भारत के नेता प्रतिपक्ष हैं वो 4 दिन से विदेशी धरती पर हैं एक देश में, और उनका केवल एक ही काम है, वो काम है जो बढ़ता हुआ विकास की तरफ अग्रसर भारत है उसको बदनाम करो।
Not stopping there, the BJP dragged the Congress record into the line of fire, invoking the 26/11 Mumbai attacks to corner the grand old party.
यूपीए की सरकार में गृह मंत्री रहे पी चिदम्बरम जी, उन्होंने जो खुलासा किया है, यह खुलासा चिंताजनक है, भयभीत कर देता है कि कोई सरकार जिसको यह संवैधानिक जिम्मेदारी दी हो कि वो भारत की संप्रभुता की रक्षा करेगी, वो सरकार विदेशी ताकतों के हाथ में कठपुतली बन गई।
Now, a dramatic turn in the Gaza crisis. Hamas says it will accept parts on some parts of Trump's 20-point peace plan and moved towards releasing hostages. Trump welcomed Hamas's move and ordered Israel to stop bombing the Gaza Strip. World leaders are responding. Prime Minister Nirav Modi also hailed Donald Trump for this peace plan and Hamas's acceptance of this. Here's more.
Hamas has accepted parts of Donald Trump's 20-point plan, including an agreement on hostage releases, a pause in fighting, and international aid and recovery steps, in a move that the US calls a possible breakthrough in Gaza war. Hamas's statement accepted some elements while remaining ambiguous about immediate disarmament, a core demand of the plan, saying many aspects of the proposal needed consultation and negotiation. The development came just a few hours after President Donald Trump issued his final ultimatum for Hamas to agree by Sunday evening or face all hell. Following Hamas's move, President Trump immediately urged Israel to stop bombing Gaza so hostage releases can proceed safely, saying he believes Hamas is ready for lasting peace.
This is a big day. We'll see how it all turns out. We have to get the final word down and concrete. Very importantly, I look forward to having the hostages come home to their parents and having some of the hostages, unfortunately, you know the condition they're in, come home likewise to their parents because their parents wanted them just as much as though that young man or young woman were alive. So I just want to let you know that this is a very special day. Maybe unprecedented in many ways. It is unprecedented. But thank you all, and thank you all to those great countries that helped. We were given a tremendous amount of help. Everybody was unified in wanting this war to end and seeing peace in the Middle East.
Israel too signaled readiness to implement the first stage, the release of hostages, but kept options open on troop presence and defense needs. Trump brokered 20-point plan would see a phased Israeli withdrawal, the release of hostages, international oversight for Gaza's reconstruction, and commitment from Arab states to de-radicalize and demilitarize the Strip. The war has claimed tens of thousands of lives, and humanitarian agencies warn that Gaza is on the brink, hospitals crippled and millions in need. So any ceasefire would also be an urgent relief for civilians. In New Delhi, Prime Minister Nirav Modi praised Trump's role, calling the developments a significant step and welcoming efforts that could bring a durable, just peace to the region. Key mediators like Egypt and Qatar also welcomed the developments and called for continued talks. European capitals voiced cautious support. French President Emmanuel Macron welcomed the focus on ending the war and securing hostages.
بالنسبة لإنهاء الحرب ودخول المساعدات، طبعا الخطوة الأولى الآن هي التوافق حول هذه الخطة مع جميع الأطراف. الجانب الإسرائيلي كان أبدى موافقة مبدئية على الخطة بناء على ما تم التوافق عليه، ولكن الآن نحن في إطار كما قلنا التشاور مع الوفد التفاوضي لحركة حماس. لا أعتقد أن من المنطقي أن يكون هناك أي بداية عملية للخطة قبل أن يكون هناك توافق على الشكل النهائي لها بناء على ردود الحركة، ويجب أن لا نستبق الأحداث اليوم. كما قلت كان هناك اجتماع يوم أمس تم فيه تسليم الخطة، وهناك اليوم اجتماع لمناقشتها مع الوفد التفاوضي، وبعد هذه الاجتماعات ستكون الرؤية.
Turkey and Jordan backed steps towards a ceasefire, but stressed any plan must protect Palestinian rights. The Hamas statement is significant. Trump said it was a big day and thanked a series of countries which he said had helped him put the proposal together. But there is still a huge amount of detail to be worked through before peace in the region becomes anything like reality.
And that's all we could pack in this edition of 6 Stories at 6. We'll be right back with lots more on the other side. Thanks for watching.